Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Today I am going to be checking out Golden Treasure the Great Green on Steam. So yeah, let us jump in here. It says controllers are not supported for this game, but I'm going to see if it'll work anyway. Hopefully it does, but if not, it is what it is. So yeah, this is the first time ever that I'm checking this game out. But since it is officially the Year of the Dragon, this is the first game that I really want to dive in here indie game wise. All right, so let's see if the controller will work anyway. I don't think it will, but yeah, it doesn't. So I got to use keyboard and mouse. Full screen, visuals. Just adjust the brightness. There's no other visual settings except for subtitle font size. We'll increase that. We'll set that to like slightly above medium there. Skip chase scenes. There's chase scenes in this. Okay. All right. So yeah, new life. Not many options here. A box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. What is it? Box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. Huh. Isn't that the same kind of riddle that one guy in Spyro gave to us? You are alone in a chamber. There is one wall which surrounds you utterly, in every direction and on every side. The wall is made of love and it embraces you. Its inherent goodness is an obvious and complete truth. An eggshell, I take it? There is a rhythm in the chamber, a beat and a flow, which has always been. It is the only way you can tell between sleeping and waking. When awake, you can feel the rhythm, and when asleep, you cannot. Which time do you enjoy most? I enjoy being awake. I prefer the quiet of the sleeping times. We got an option here. I enjoy being awake. Even now, in the beginning, you reach toward change, towards the future. The thrum of the rhythm promises everything to you, and will soon blossom into reality. You have gained a large amount of air mastery. Then, after a time, you hear the voice. At first, you did not know that there was a voice, only a strange sensation unfolding in your mind, a soothing warmth, pulses of orange color, and the comforting taste of brimstone on your tongue. And yet, you are alone here in the chamber. Could there be something outside? You reach out, forming a colored echo in your thoughts and sending it beyond your reality. And you are rewarded with an explosion of purest joy ringing through your essence and echoing through your mind. In time, you learn the difference between the emotions, the colors of the mind, that the voice outside the wall would pour into you through its mind song and which you would pour back. And so you discover happiness and sadness, anger and calm, fear and curiosity, and an innumerable spectrum of others. And then the images come, pictures etched in neon relief in your mind by the song of the voice. They are images of amazing beings, of stately tree and honorable, reliable stone, of chattering stream and murmuring sea, and of the great giver, who is also called sun, and of the great birther, who receives from sun and gives birth to all things, who is also called earth. Earth and sun are the greatest of beasts, mightiest of all the animals, but next to them in might are your people, the true children of above and below, the kin unto each other, who are also called Drake. The voice then asks you a question. O tiny kin, yet wait, don't scroll. Hang on, can I scroll back up? I wasn't done reading that. O tiny kin, and yet to be. Which shall you become? Sun, the radiant one, the great giver who rules and slays and is slain and reborn each day, or earth, whose circle dances to sun's music, who nurtures, peaceful and omnipotent, births all good beasts, knows all silent secrets, who abides forever. For me is the power, I can either choose, for me is the power and the glory and the rise and the fall both. I wish to be sun. For me is the knowing and the healing and the dance of the circle. I wish to be earth. Let's go with the power and the glory and the rise and the fall. The voice accepts your choice with an explosion of red and golden sparks at a happy rage. May you become glorious and powerful, and bring beautiful and terrible consequence upon all life. You have gained a large amount of fire mastery. So I'm going to be a fire dragon, I guess. Time has little meaning in the chamber, marked only by the rhythm within you. The wall also seems to embrace you just a little more closely with each moment. The voice from outside leaves and returns again and again, continuing to instruct you, gently and at a slow pace, ensuring that you can receive its song and build yourself around it. It teaches you of the many good beasts, those of fur and scale and leather and fin. Some are swift, like the hopping long-ear, and some are powerful, like the horned grazers, but all are good, and all have their own music. Most importantly, it teaches you the two great laws. First, that you are a destroyer. To live is good, and you may only preserve your life by tearing away the life of others. You must destroy. Find that which calls to you and destroy it, and take it into yourself, and grow mighty. If you fail to destroy, you will waste away, and be yourself destroyed, and all your music will become silence. Second, that you are a creator. All creators are one of two kinds: givers, who give of their essence during the dance of creation, or birthers, who receive the essence and weave new life from it, bringing it forth in the fullness of time. When you have grown great, you must seek out another who is also great, and of opposite nature, and through the dance of creation become a source of the future. In other words, we're saying go have sex with a female dragon. And have children. If you fail in this, the destiny of the children of heaven and earth will waste away, and where there might have been the echo of your music and the time beyond yourself, there will be only silence. So it is, was, and shall be. There is a brief silence during which you sense that there is space enough. Damn it, I wish it wouldn't scroll like that. Trying to read this. Can I scroll back up? There we go. There is a brief silence during which you sense that there is enough space for one question. What do you do? I asked how best to consume the essence of others. I asked if the voice is my creator. Was it one of the two whose dance created me? I asked how to do the dance of creation. I asked whether it is possible to live without destroying others. I quietly consider these deep within myself. I sought no answers from the voice. I want to know, is it possible to live without destroying others? Be not crippled by fear, nor by shallow sympathy. There is no other way to exist. All of the uncountable beings in the one song are destroyers, great and small. Such has been commanded to all by the beast of time and space, which is also called reality, and so you must accept it with joy. But you shall choose just what you will become a destroyer of, and what you will not. And in that choice lays the power to bring change. You have gained some earth mastery and some water mastery. Beyond the two great laws, sings the voice, there is one lesser law. It is not great. If you violate it, you shall not be destroyed. Nevertheless, taste the truth and chain it within your mind. You must seek treasure. Yes, a dragon's best friend, treasure. Treasure comes in many kinds, but you will know it when you find it. Treasure is something rare and of worth to all of the true children of heaven and earth. By By taking treasure as your own, you shall prove your greatness to other kin. Whether obtained by strength of body or of mind, or any other thing, it matters not. All that matters is that you must gather all treasure to yourself. Some are obvious, but well guarded, and some require little strength, but are difficult to find. None, though, are both obvious and easily obtained, or they would not be treasure. So I can say, if I do not need it to survive, why must I seek treasure? What is the greatest treasure? Are all treasures such as can be smelled and touched and seen? Will you give me a treasure great voice, or I allow silence to reign, seeking answers within myself? I'm going to ask, if I do not need it to survive, why must I seek treasure? You sense a gray disappointment, but the voice explains with a patient, patterned song. The reason for being known as great by other kin are many. When the time comes for the dance of creation, all those who are great will be chosen by others to dance with. If you are not great, you will never create more of the blessed and ultimate beings that are the kin. But more important still is the truth that the seeking of treasure is written upon our very essence. We must seek out great and rare things. Even if were no dances of creation, we would still do it. It calls to us. As the sky and the sea and the great green call to all things a song of invitation. You are kin. You shall seek treasure. You've gained some air mastery and some earth mastery. The voice's song grows softer. Now I leave you, my kin and my creation. You may never hear my song again, nor I yours. I have imparted the two great laws, as is my duty. You are a destroyer, and you are a creator, and these truths are woven into you like warmth onto blessed flame. If you cease to be a destroyer or creator, you would no longer be kin. And you know of the lesser law, the seeking and taking of treasure. Though you may survive and be well fed and strong of body, if you have no treasure, you will never be called great among the kin. You will never know the pleasure of the dance of creation, and your creator self will languish in a frigid void. All other laws are false. These alone bide us. Remember that you are Derek kin. All other things of this world must stand in the shadow of your beautiful and terrible music. The rhythm which you feel now flowing through you is the rhythm of life. To have the rhythm within you is to be alive. To be silent without the rhythm is the perfect sign of death. Nature shall now be your guide, companion, and opponent, your friend, enemy, and always, always your teacher. There is no being born of earth, the great birther, and sun, the great great giver, greater than you. The music of our people is great. Rejoice, knowing that your essence has been woven into such a body, and that such a fate is yours. When you at last escape from the wall which I have put around you, both to keep you safe and to test you, then you will be worthy to begin the great adventure which some call life. And with that final message, the idea of yourself exploding from potentiality into reality, the voice fades and is gone. You know that it will not return. How do you feel in that moment? Either relieved to be alone again, excited to begin the mysterious journey ahead, abandoned by my creator, or admiration for my creator? Damn, I mean, if that's all that has happened, I mean, I feel like I'd be abandoned. Is this really all the voice was? A song of possibilities and then nothingness? You yearn to touch the being behind the voice, to know it as you know yourself, but now it will never be. In the timeless time which follows, you often call out with your mind song behind the wall, hoping to call the voice back to you, but silence alone answers. Gain more earth mastery and water mastery. For a time, you are left alone again within the chamber. You feel the measured beating of your rhythm within you, and drift in and out of consciousness. The wall seems to have gotten smaller, hugging you tightly indeed. Your rhythm has swelled into mighty charts, and your breath is fierce against your lungs. Against your legs, I mean. Suddenly, and without warning, the voice returns. It is not a measured song, rife with ordered sigils as last time, but a lurid gash of feelings and ideas suddenly thrust upon you. Beware the other seed, the no-tails, the flat faces. Beware their terrible music. Beware the seed of the others. Beware. And suddenly there is an awful silence, a space left behind, where something should have been. No other voices enter your mind. A few times you think you may be receiving a song, but it always proves to be simply yourself, echoing tiny hopes, fears, and dreams. Meanwhile, the wall which is made of love, and which has always embraced you, is squeezing you very tightly. Its love, once so pure and benign, has become toxic. You are pressed so mercilessly you can barely breathe, and to make matters worse, you feel a horrible emptiness, a draining within your core. You must do something. Be still and silent, breathe and wait, or push against the wall. We're going to push against the wall. It loves you, you know, but it must now be broken. You push and struggle, feeling your body move this way, then that, but the wall thwarts your every move on every side. It is not through pushing, but rather through unfolding your whole self, limb by limb and muscle by muscle, that you at last achieve the first true success in the music of your life. You hear not with your mind, but with your ears, your actual ears, the cracking and crunching of the wall as it breaks slowly apart, and then see with your own eyes your first vision of true light. You've gained some air mastery and some fire mastery. Part 1. Happy those early days, when on some gilded cloud or flower, my gazing soul would dwell an hour, and in those weaker glories spy some shadows of eternity. You are somewhere inside the body of Earth, the great birther. Her semi-soft flesh is vined here and there with the grasping roots of trees or blockade by stones who stare blindly at you. The air here tastes of comfort and slumber, and your own body feels as though it is in good condition. But you feel a burning in your core. You know that it is the destroyer within, eager for substance to fuel your being. If you fail to find anything to destroy, the emptiness will overtake you and your life will be lost. You sense nothing to consume here, though. A few illuminating rays tumble in from above, but your vision is still dim and unsteady. Perhaps you could leave this place by crawling up the tangle of roots overhead. Whenever you consider a task which your will alone cannot conquer, you will get a sense of whether you will succeed or fail based upon your elemental attributes. Climbing up the roots would require a certain amount of fluidity and flexibility, which are the domain of the water element. Red indicates that you cannot succeed, at least not without problems, in your current state, while green indicates your feeling that you certainly can. Yellow means that it is too close to be sure. As you make choices, your health and energy may be affected as well. Success brings benefits, but be not too afraid of failure. Through it, all beings learn and grow strong, while success has little to teach. Now choose, newborn. What will you do? We can either examine what is left of the wall, claw your way through the hard earth downwards in the direction of Earth's embrace, claw your way through the softer soul sideways and upwards towards the light, or use your limbs and jaws to climb directly up the hanging roots. Well, I do have some, that's like the water element, right? I do have some mastery in the water element instead, so let's try it. Use your limbs and jaws to climb directly up the hanging roots. Let's try it. The labyrinth of roots foils your progress. You are not small, quick, and flexible enough to clamber up and through them, and your efforts are fruitless. You've gained some water mastery. You've lost a little energy. Okay, so I can't do that. Alright, so let's just claw my way through the hard earth downwards, in the direction of Earth's embrace. The dirt stubbornly resists your scramblings. It seems that the floor of this chamber has been trod down by some great being, most likely your creator, and now resists your attempts to unmake it. You eventually give up, feeling slightly more empty than before for your efforts. You've gained some earth mastery, you've lost a little energy. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to do this. Claw my way through the softer soil sideways and upwards towards the light. Your small but powerful limbs tear through Earth's flesh. It is an effort, but you succeed in crafting a small, rough tunnel large enough to fit your body through. More light spills into the burrow as you emerge out of the ground, shaking your body clean. This space is much larger than the last, and though you are still sheltered by Earth's body, light is more plentiful here. You may be approaching her skin. A clean azure flavor slides across your tongue. Water, the comforter and supporter of all life, is here, gathered into a still body before you. Something within you resonates with it, drawing you towards it. What is your will? Draw closer to the water or leave this place behind, the light outside calls urgently. No, let's go closer to the water. You move closer. It's a dragon. And for the first time, you see yourself. Your body, sculpted and painted by time and space, is almost beyond description. Your armor shines subtly with Earth's rich hues, like the promise of precious things buried deep. Your feathers, each one dyed with more colors than you know the names of, long for the touch of air, and you are crowned with plums so that all other good beasts may know your sovereignty. Your long neck, graceful limbs, and supple tail transform every motion into a waving cascade of flowing movement. Seeing your true form for the first time, you feel surprised, afraid, proud, or peaceful. Proud. Proud to be a dragon. All of the four elements of reality sing out through your form. You are nothing short of gorgeous. Every part of you, the pinnacle of the possibilities of being as channeled through the gauntlet of time. You are of the kin, the children of above and below, and you feel a deep and shameless love for everything you are. This, indeed, is the perfect and ultimate body into which your essence has been woven. These are the limbs with which you will walk the paths of this life, the teeth and claws with which you will mete out the judgment of destruction upon other beings. This is the fruit of your creators, and this is the body whose legacy may be bequeathed to others if you survive long enough and are found worthy. This is yourself, worthy of respect, admiration, and every success. You have gained some fire mastery. What is your will? Consume some of its water. You lower your mouth to the body of water and use your tongue to make some of it into you. It flows pleasantly down, trickling to your core, relieving you of a little of the emptiness within and soothing your essence. You've gained a little energy. Water's reputation as a friend to all life is apparently well deserved. Your core demands something which water alone cannot slake, though. Yeah, I'm hungry. With nothing else to do within the space, you follow the whispering air and light outward. Now that you have emerged from the Great Mother's flesh, you can see her more completely, and her power and beauty are beyond your wildest hope. The trees are her feathers, and the mountains her spine. Her breath is the wind, and her essence flows in streams, rivers, and the distant sea. Above you, sun, the great giver, shines his own endless essence down upon earth. He blazes above you, mighty in his glory, beautiful and shameless in his circle dance of creation, by which all that carries the rhythm of life is ultimately begotten. The air between them is sweet with life and light, the fruits of their union. The wind blows, teasing your wings. A wild desire to tread the air, to rise above, fills you. What will you do? I don't think I'm going to be able to fly just yet. Either embrace the wind, spread your wings, and fly, or know your limitations, climb down from the promontory safely. Climb down safely. One day, you know deep in your core, you will travel the unbounded paths above, but your wings are too small, yet to bear you aloft. Wisely, you accept that some things come only with time, and arrive at the base of the cliff unhurt. You've gained some earth mastery and some water mastery. As you climb down the last few stones from the promontory and arrive in the lightly wooded valley below, some kind of small flying beast calls out to you from a nearby tree. It stands out against its surroundings in bold black and white. It is a white-black, one of a people known for their cleverness, ruthfulness, and fondness for shiny objects. It laughs at you and mocks you with a denigrating song. I think that's how you pronounce that. The mighty Draken once ruled over all things. Now they dare not even use their own wings. Doomed by cowardice, they lurk in damp caves, grasping their wealth, seeking out golden graves. Check. Of this land, you may become sovereign lord, but be not too proud of your great shining hoard. While my people grow mighty in number and fame, of your weak, broken tribe, few indeed yet remain. Chick. You have learned more about the way of the white blacks. How will you respond? Reply with a mockery song of your own. Endure the mockery calmly. Attempt to get it to divulge a secret. Let's endure the mockery calmly. You attempt to detach yourself from the song of mockery, thanking the white-black for its warning, but your mind song still contains traces of shame and annoyance, which pleases the white-black greatly. You pretend to be stone, but are nothing but flesh. Your feelings are fragile, your mind all too fresh. Shame gnaws at you as it wings away, but you have learned a valuable lesson, and your bond with patient earth has strengthened. The pride of the kin must not be easily shaken. Gain some earth mastery. Moving on, you allow the hillside to guide you downward. You have been following the path of a swift-running river for some time when you are struck by a powerful scent. Flicking your tongue out, you taste the sacred essence of one of the kin on the breeze, floating on twin wings of pain and decay. There is another flavor as well, something strange, something animal but not, something other. You shudder, your feathers rising upward involuntarily. What could these strange scents mean? The kin whose scent you now smell could possibly explain, but you are now hatched and beyond the chamber. All kin are rivals, seldom welcoming the scent of other drake in their territory. Still, there is something familiar in that scent, something which tugs at the corners of your mind. Steeling yourself, you carefully draw closer to its source. It's humans. Yep, that's what humans are best at, destruction. Destruction. The horrible stillness of a body empty of spirit. The noble red essence of a great kin shed not in a true dance of destruction, but trapped, tortured, the confusion, the pain. In the synergy between its scent and yours, you know without a doubt this was the great being who instructed you as the voice. This was one of your creators. Its rhythm is now silenced, its songs forever stilled. Already, tiny spirits of decay infest the vast body, feeding off of it, reducing it to void. Something is clawing at you from within, straining at your heartbone, and flooding at your mind. Fear and rage and shuddering nausea overtake you one after another, gnawing and writhing within. You feel yourself instinctively belch fire seed into the back of your throat, only just managing to swallow it again, denying it the chance to explode into a searing flame to consume the things which now sing and dance near the ruins of one who created you. The things, what are they? There is something wrong with them, something very, very wrong. They seem to have more than one skin, some of them belonging to other animals. The brightness of their body heat is darkened by the cold, dead hides they cover themselves with. There is something strange about their oily scents, something familiar, but alongside that, something completely other, like no true animal. They clutch strange things in their forepaws which you cannot identify, though they reek of the blood of trees, but most horrifyingly, they have no tails. They are tailless. You are split inside, the air within you screaming to run away as fast as you can from this place, and the fire within urging you to destroy these no-tails. Decide quickly. There's too many of them, though, and they have weapons. So you can either try and destroy them or flee from this place of destruction. We're going to try and flee. You flow rapidly through the underbrush, scrambling over rotten tree corpses and crashing through shrubs until there is no trace of either scent or sound of the no-tails. They seem to possess some kind of terrible magic which allows them to cause harm even from far away. Again, this seems wrong behind all possible definition of the word. It is not all order in the world dependent on the simple fairness of having to destroy your enemies with your own body. Perhaps the bizarre things are beyond your ability to deal with as a hatchling. You resolve to grow stronger so that you can bring destruction to them and all their mishapen kind. Avoid the no-tails at all costs, keeping safely away. Attempt to learn and imitate their strange magic. Hey, what's going on, Sheldon? Sheldon says, I was looking in the Discord chat for the streaming chart. I saw Delonte is wondering where I'm at. He's always wondering where you're at. Yeah, every time he comes on my stream, he asks where you're at. Yeah, I've got the chat open on my phone right now, so I can see the chat log from my phone. Anyway, kind of a tough decision here. I mean, obviously, there's too many of them, especially just for one dragon to just kill them all, right? So I don't think that's gonna happen. That's a very admirable goal, but I don't think you're gonna be able to avenge your fallen. Avoid the no-tails at all costs, keeping safely away. I think that's the best bet. You cannot even begin to imagine their way. Everything about the tale is defies understanding. You must survive, and for now, avoiding them completely is wisest. Perhaps one day. You have gained some air mastery, some earth mastery, and some water mastery. A little bit of everything there. You feel something small striking your armor. You turn to see what it is and find nothing, but then it happens again. And again, it is not painful, but it is annoying. Eventually, you realize that this must be rain, the sacred water of the sky, which sometimes falls to bless the Great Mother, of which you were told while still in the chamber. Soon, rain is falling everywhere, tumbling and vaulting off of leaves and sliding merrily down the grass. It makes it hard to smell and taste the air, and perturbs you as it spatters against your armor. You find shelter in what used to be the den of a family of, well, I was going to read what that was, but family of fur beasts. Their scent lingers only on the edge of your consciousness, and they must have been gone for many suns or even moons. You dig it slightly deeper and broader with your claws and then settle in, watching rain's downward dive. Yes, this should suffice for now. Surely, grander liars layers await you in the future, but you feel comfortable and safe in Earth's body. At last, you have a moment to think. You pause, considering your situation. What is this? Oh. Okay, this is new. At last, you have a moment to think. You pause, considering your situation. A moment of reflection will make your current feelings and thoughts clear. Awareness of one's own state of being is key to survival in this harsh and beautiful world. No trace of the no-tails can be smelled near your den. Explore the valley, find treasures, and seek the entrance to the Great Green. Your body is pristine. You are in perfect health. You are very hungry. If you do not silence another living being and consume it soon. So I'm in good health, but I'm hungry. I need to eat. You may also draw your thoughts toward any treasures or artifacts you have found. Currently have no treasures of any kind. Explore your surroundings and take on challenges to discover shiny things and valuable artifacts. There is little there now, but if you survive and are bold yet wise, you will gather many. Perhaps some will even have strange and wondrous powers. Here you can recall the many denizens of the Great Green you will meet. Treetail, the way of these good beasts is not known to you. Hunt and observe them to learn their secrets. Squirrel is called a treetail. Okay. Is it a beaver? A dark sweet. The way of these good beasts is not known to you. Hunt and observe. So it just doesn't have anything to say about it yet. Porcupine. Prickleback. Lesser stinkstrike. Lumberkin. Long ear. Tail beast. Deathbite tail beast. Shimmerling. Lesser slide claw. Rain scale. A shell beast. Well, there you go, Sheldon. You're a shell beast. Water wing. Snow feather. Sun collar. Surefoot slave. Wow, they've got a lot of different animals in here. Lesser spearbill. Woodstrider. Clansinger. Tusk snort. So that's DSP Gaming. He's a tusk snort. All right. Surefoot. Great horn surefoot. Great stink strike. Great grazer. That's a pretty cool name. A great grazer. Hillback. Plains runner. Lesser lumberer. Great lumberer. Short tail slide claw. Great slide claw. Blaze tail. Day sky claw. Night sky claw. Blackburn. White black. I know about this, right? Let's read about the white black. This is a white black, known for being both clever and annoying in equal measure. Like their close relations, the Blackburns, their intelligence is beyond question. Few, if any, beings so small can boast such dense and innovative minds. However, their cleverness is sometimes so extreme that it becomes stupidity. They are quite mercenary, sometimes ripping pieces off of much larger beasts to eat and leaving them bleeding, but also very proud, quite convinced of their own superiority. Layerwing. Great spearbill. Shift scale. And a long scale. So those are all the different animals in the game. So far, we've only come across one. So it sounds like there's a lot to this game, actually. But it's a very simplistic game in design in its nature. It's just like a point and click kind of adventure. A lot of it so far is just kind of involves reading and making very simplistic choices so far. But it seems like the choices you make are going to have some serious consequences. I think that's like the whole meat of the game is like in what order you choose to you make decisions in. All right, so let's get back on track here. As you explore, hunt, and survive, your knowledge of each of the many tribes and peoples of good beasts will grow, and their secrets will be revealed to you. And if you wish to leave the waking dream of this life and return to your other reality, or change certain aspects of this one, you will find such thoughts here. Your progress will automatically be saved and remembered, so do not fear the void. Your relationship with the Great Four, the elements which make up reality, will be your key to survival. At any time, you may draw your thoughts towards the elements to more clearly comprehend their gifts. Okay. Oh, it wanted me to click on it. Each element bears a sigil which will grow and change as you gather more of the infinite truths of the world to yourself, and each governs a different aspect of your abilities. The fire element governs your physical strength and ferocity, as well as the power of your fiery breath. The water element governs your perception, empathy, flexibility, and stealth. The earth element governs endurance, health, and fortitude. The more you understand and imitate this element, the more patient and difficult to destroy you will become. The air element governs quickness and intellect. Agility of both body and mind belong to this sphere. As you grow in understanding and experience, your degree of enlightenment within the four elements will increase. Each degree brings gifts. By recalling each specific element, you can remember which gifts you have earned and what temporary factors, such as injuries, may be affecting it. Earning gifts is not affected by temporary effects, and only when your natural level of enlightenment is high enough will you gain new abilities. Already, your actions and decisions have strengthened your connections and granted you certain advantages, such as you have achieved the first grade of mastery in the fire element. You may now use Power Strike, a physical attack which deals heavy damage if you win something. Couldn't read the rest of that. You have achieved the first grade of mastery in the water element. You can now use Flowing Strike, a water technique which does light physical damage, may do additional damage something. You have achieved the first grade of mastery in the earth element. You may now use Brace in combat, which does not harm your opponent but greatly reduces incoming damage. You've achieved the first grade of mastery in the air element. You may now use Swift Strike, a clawing air attack which deals light physical damage and may harm your opponent before it has a chance to harm you. Okay. Sheldon says he shows up and he's gone. Yeah, Delante, yeah, you weren't here, Sheldon, so Delante left. Apparently. I don't know. Maybe he was hoping you'd be here. That's pretty funny. As soon as you show up, he's like, he must have left just a few minutes before. That's funny. Alright, anyway, so let's carry on here. Remember that failure is a far better teacher than success. Mistakes and losses bring with them the best lessons. If you lose a challenge, you may suffer in the short term, but your elemental abilities are likely to increase. Certain treasures and gifts may also affect your elemental affinities. This cozy nook is a good place to rest. If your body has been damaged, it will slowly mend on its own, but spending a sun resting here will greatly increase the speed at which you recover. A few scratches will not hinder you, but any significant wound will impact your ability to hunt, to fight, and even to think clearly. The rain has passed and the grate above has cleared, but the world is darkening. Night must be approaching. You slip out of your den to investigate. Pretty. You emerge in time to see your first sun ending, and as he dies in scarlet glory, new, smaller illuminations are born in the opposite corner of the sky. Sheldon says, I don't know why he is as depted with me. Did you mean obsessed with you? Because it definitely seems like he's kind of obsessed with you. All right, so it says, by the time sun has gone completely, they dominate the great above, a parade of holy light marching in a slow circle dance. You were taught of the stars while still in the chamber, but seeing them with your own eyes is a true wonder. Each of the stars has a color and a brightness not quite like any other. Some are red as the body of fire. Excuse me. I still have this lingering cough from my cold. It will not go away. It's really annoying. Some are red as the body of fire, some green as the grasses of earth, some blue as the deeps of water, excuse me. Some white as the clouds of the air, some stand quietly, firm in their color, and some sparkle and flash, shimmering galley. Even in the great above, the four sacred elements hold their being. A cool wind blows over you, ruffling your feathers. Inspiration is striking. You feel compelled to let your voice ring out in song. What shall you sing? Sing a great hymn to fire, to air, water, earth, or sing a lesser hymn to all of them? Remain silent, let the stars keep singing. So I guess we can increase one of our elements here a little bit. Let's go with air. Sing a great hymn to air. No, you know what? Let's do it to earth. Yeah, let's give it to earth. I sing of the greatness of earth. It's fitting. That which sustains and supports, which nurtures and orders. I sing of the earth beneath my claws, body of bodies, who birthed all things from her own sacred flesh, who gives us a place to rest, to live, to fly amidst the void. I sing of the earth within, the solid, structured order of the body, strength of my scales, solidness of bone, hills and valleys of my flesh, growing greater with every sun, every turning. I sing of earth, which silently abides forever, resisting destruction, and without boundary. I am a mighty mountain, patient, immovable, and serene. Other beings see my greatness from afar, and their souls are filled with awe and wonder. I may be scared, but never overthrown. My armor is stone, my feathers are trees. Praise to earth, who carries us all, and who does not feel the weight, who teaches us to outlive that which vexes us, to see the slow, still solution amidst the clamor of complexity, to walk as one eternal in this ephemeral world. Praise to earth, which is, was, and shall be. The nearby hills echo your song back to you as if blessing you with their tranquility and fortitude. Let patience and wisdom be your guides. They seem to sing, be like one of us, above and yet below, around and yet within. You have gained a large amount of earth mastery. Your first sun is at an end, and it was more than you could have imagined. Even with your creator's instruction, sleeping in your lair is almost like being back in the chamber, but now you know too much. Your mind wanders from thought to thought, seeking to guide itself. Your hopes and fears toss you back and forth, scraping you uncomfortably between what was and what might have been. You see your creator lying silent before the no-tails, their chattering, screeching voices barking something incomprehensible as the red kin essence spreads along the ground. The white-black mocks you as you look on. You feel the dread 1-2 stomping of the tailless near you, upon you, over you. You slide underneath the mountains to hide from him, but there are tailless everywhere, smaller and stone-skinned underground, tail and willowy in the woods, coarse and shouting in the flatlands. It is not your precious innocence they seek to shed. However, they are roaring for the flesh of something else, something older and more powerful than even a great kin. You wake briefly, and your second sleep is far less troubled. A new sun dawns, climbing laboriously over the mountains. Today, you must emerge and seek your destiny. As you do, you may encounter many new things. You have not yet used your body to hunt and fight, nor have you ventured far from the makeshift den. Do you wish to learn of these things in depth, or do you wish to dive? Hang on, I wasn't done reading that. Or do you wish to dive headlong into your destiny without such lessons? So I guess this is like a tutorial thing here. I wish to learn how to hunt, fight, and explore. This will begin the tutorial, which will teach you the ways of survival. My instruction in the chamber was excellent. I need no lessons. This will bypass the tutorial and is recommended for experienced Derek. So I guess this is for like if you haven't played the game before, you should go with this. And since I have not played this before, I'm going to play the tutorial. So let's do that. The water which fell from the sky prevented you from fulfilling your mission of destruction, and your core cries out for flesh. Perhaps a hunt would be wise. It is, however, also tempting to explore more of this beautiful world in which you find yourself. Exploring your territory will reveal new opportunities, challenges, treasures, hunting grounds, and more. How will you spend this, your second son? I wish to taste the essence of others. It is time to hunt. Or I wish to explore my world in greater detail. This will teach you how to explore. I need to learn how to hunt. Mr. Freethinker says, Prince, would you play Blue Dragon or Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter? I'm not even familiar with Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. I've never even heard of that game before. But Blue Dragon, yes, I definitely should look into that one. I do own that on Xbox. So I could do that in the future for sure. The wood just outside your den seemed replete with the presence of lesser good beasts. It should not take long to find one. Ah, yes, this is one of the small furry beasts whose scent calls to you. The kin call it a tree tail, in honor of its close relationship with trees and its luxurious, expressive tail. It is small, but it will do. Understanding the music of your partner in the dance is vital. Begin by examining the tree tail more closely. Any good beast such as you can easily sense how much fire there is in the essence of another. Fire influences physical might and how dangerous an opponent will be in the dance of destruction, which some call combat. If they are strong in this element, beware, you may catch them, only to find that they are quite capable of destroying you instead. As you can see, this is not a great concern when it comes to tree tails, as this gem is empty, and not even a small part of the sigil of fire is shown. This is your opponent's water affinity. The more complex the water sigil, the keener the prey's senses, and the more difficult they will be to approach them without discovery. The Earth Sphere represents health and resilience. A being strong in this element will not easily surrender its essence. Great effort will surely be required to bring something great in Earth to destruction. Beings with high Earth also possess a strong will, and so even indirect attempts to harm one will fail unless the attacking element is even higher. Once again, tree tails compared to other larger preys are not very difficult to bring down at all, provided you can get your claws on them. This is your opponent's air affinity. Note that it seems to have a little mastery in it, indicating that it is slightly quick. Compare this with your own air ability to see how difficult it would be to chase. Prey with high air affinity may be all but impossible to chase down and must be defeated by other means. Although you can sense roughly how attuned to each element a being may be and where their strengths lie, only by testing your physical abilities, or only by testing your abilities directly against them, can you be sure of their skills. Be aware that many beings possess special abilities which allow them to survive upon Earth. Tree tails, for example, have the ability to climb, and so attempts to pursue them from far away will automatically fail. They will be able to reach a tree and scurry to safety. Only attempt to chase them after approaching as near as you can. A good way to begin a hunt is by stalking your prey, silently attempting to draw as close as you can without being noticed. The water element, which governs the senses, is your greatest asset here. The more powerful your connection to that element, the more silently you can move. Size also plays a role in stalking. If you are larger than your prey, you will be at a disadvantage, and if smaller, at an advantage. Your prey has surely developed keen senses of its own in order to avoid destruction by predators such as you. To successfully close the distance without alerting it, your water mastery must be greater than the tree tails. This one smells old and weak, ripe for consumption. It is time to put your skills to the test. Slightly draw closer. Ah, yes, you are now much closer, close enough to smell its fur, its personal scent, even its nuth-tinged breath. Charging at it now is tempting, but you also find yourself fascinated. Ah, I wish it wouldn't scroll automatically like that. But you also find yourself fascinated as you watch it forage for food. It moves in a particular way, not quite like that of any other good beast, and in observing it, you may learn something. Keep still and observe. Yes, already you are learning. Nature is an excellent teacher. If you hunt and observe each prey enough, you may gain a glimpse of their deeper truth, and in finding it, incorporate it into your own way and become stronger. Yes, we will learn from the squirrel. The Earth's greatest creature, the squirrel. Obviously. But you have sensed enough, your hunger for its tender flesh and thirst for its crimson essence. If you strike now, you might succeed in the chase, but perhaps you could draw even closer. Silently draw nearer. So near now, and your prey is still completely ignorant of the shadow of destruction which falls upon it. If you strike at it with all of your speed and strength, it will not stand a chance. Wait for the two circles to become one, and then act quickly. Strike! Click when the circle aligns. Okay. The hapless tree tail barely even has time to realize that you are there before you crunch its small bones in your jaws, tasting its perfect essence as you crush it several times and finally swallow it. Its flesh and its spirit will now become part of your own, granting you precious energy. You feel pride in your own skill and gratitude to the tree tail in equal measure. This is right. This is the way of all things. You have gained some energy. Ah, another one. Your core urges you on. You must have more if you are to grow great. The last one was old and weak, its senses dull. Not this one, however. Destroying it will be more of a challenge. A chase at this range. Hang on. Damn it, quit scrolling. A chase at this range against an animal which can climb trees is hopeless. Draw nearer, as before. Alright, let's draw nearer. Notice it looks like it sees us, though, or it hears something. It certainly notices something. You have managed to draw nearer, but although you remain hidden in the tall grass, your prey has heard rumor of your approach from a rather noisy twig you stepped on. It is now suspicious of you. Oh, shit. All is not lost, however. Perhaps if you remain still and observe, there's a chance the tree tail will lower its guard. Yeah, let's just stay quiet. You have waited for a few precious moments, but the tree tail still suspects that danger may be near. When you wait and observe an opponent whose suspicion has been aroused, there is a chance that it will return to its way each time, but it is not guaranteed. Each individual animal is different, and fortune plays a role. If you wait just a little longer... Yes, there. It seems satisfied that it is not in danger and has lowered its guard again. Any movement from you while it was suspicious would surely have caused it to flee. Waiting silently when your prey becomes suspicious may cause it to relax in time, but beware. Each moment that passes brings your scent closer to it on the winds, and once it smells you, it will surely try to escape. You must stalk your prey quietly, yet quickly, before your scent is caught. This tree tail's senses are obviously keener than the last. I'll wait for it to scroll down, and then I'll scroll back up. It wants me to strike, though. Alright, so it says, drawing... This tree tail senses are obviously keener than the last. If drawing this close made it suspicious, trying to draw even closer will surely alert it. If your prey begins the chase, you will be at a disadvantage, so you must now seize the initiative and attack. The surprise should give you the few precious instants that you need. Alright, so let's strike. It notices you and flees. Chase after it. Wait, click the tree tail repeatedly? Oh, what the hell is this? It just ran into a tree. Okay, there we go. Swipe left or right to follow. Oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, I cannot do this with a small... Would you like to disable chase scenes? This will allow you to skip all 3D pursuit sequences, but you'll never be able to catch an animal with a higher air statistic than your own, and you will not have the opportunity to pounce, doing damage before combat. Yeah, I'm not going to be good at this. I can't do this on a small little trackpad. I'm just on like this, just a laptop trackpad. I can't do it with this. I wish this had controller support. Yeah, I'm going to disable that, because that ain't going to happen. Yeah, and it didn't even look right. It ran, like it phased into a tree. Like, I don't know what the hell that was. As you feel the luscious body of yet another tree tail move slowly down your craw, the joy of pure, wholesome destruction again sinks in. This is the dance of destruction, the fight for survival which all beings dance with each other. And it is good. It is as it should be. As it should and must be. You've gained some energy. So they gave it to me anyway. You no longer ache for substance, your core mostly quieted. There is, however, room for one more. You may hunt up to 3 times per sun in an abundant hunting ground. Fewer prey exist in a milding or sparse area. Or abundant hunting ground. Fewer prey exist in a middling or sparse area. Sun and earth have blessed you. You have discovered a wounded member of the delicious long-eared tribe. Normally you would have to stalk and pursue it, which is no mean feat, as long-ears have swift feet and keen senses. However, this one is sporting a broken leg. It senses you, but it cannot flee. Let combat, the true dance of destruction, begin. Ah, yes. A dragon versus a rabbit. Yes. A true battle. Fit for the warriors. This is going to be a hell of a fight. I mean, I know it's just a baby dragon, but it's a freaking rabbit. Just blow your fucking fire breath on it and roast the shit out of it. This thing doesn't stand a chance. It's already injured. Ah, the true dance of destruction. Though your foe is not the most powerful of beasts, you cannot help but shiver a little. Are you kidding me? You're gonna shiver over a rabbit? This thing's gonna try to run and it ain't gonna even be able to move anywhere. It's screwed. Both of you are wagering life, the most precious of treasures, against the skill of the other. Well, I mean, I guess to be fair, the dragon probably doesn't know what this thing is, right? So maybe it doesn't know what kind of things it's capable of, which is basically nothing except fleeing. And it can't flee, so... Like most aspects of life, fighting is ruled by the elements. Begin by examining both your own current mastery and those of your opponent. Okay. The element of fire is one of the 2 elements which rule over combat. As the element of strength and power, all physical damage done is based on the mastery of fire. This particular long ear is much weaker than most of its kind due to its broken limb. Do not expect long ears to be this feeble in the future. The other element which is crucial in the dance of destruction is earth. As the element of fortitude and endurance, earth dictates how much damage a creature can endure. All actions taken in combat are associated with a particular element. A simple biting attack, for example, is of the earth element, while your burning breath is, of course, a fire attack. When you select an action, your opponent does as well, and then both of them clash together. Certain elements have advantages over others. Water is strong against fire. Fire rules over air, and air defeats water. Earth has neither advantage nor disadvantage against the others. Each good beast has a way which gives it certain options in a set pattern of attack. Long ears, for example, will always use a repeating earth, water, air pattern. You do not know where in the sequence it will begin, but once you are familiar with an animal's attack pattern, you should quickly be able to tell its next move and turn the fight to your advantage. Let us begin with a simple bite. Being of the neutral earth element, this is a relatively safe choice. Alright. What is this option? Currently impossible. Okay. So that's going to get unlocked later on, I guess. Alright, so let's bite. Ah, the clash. Both of you have been affected, though you have but a tiny scratch. The long ear is more seriously hurt. Well, yeah, it just got bit by a dragon. Your opponent is battered, and worse for wear, your attacks are having an effect. I'm surprised it's not already dead. It says, as creatures including you are wounded, their air, water, and fire abilities will decrease, though earth always stands unchanged. Since it used an air attack, and long ears always use an earth, water, air pattern, we know that its next move will be an earth technique. Nothing is strong or weak against earth, so any attack will do now. Let us use Swift Strike, an air attack which affects your opponent before you are affected by its attack. Okay. This has a surprisingly in-depth combat system to it. The air grows richer with fear and despair. Your enemy is now injured. It was already injured when we found it. Good. Additional effects like Swift Strike's preemptive damage always occur if you win the elemental clash. On a tie, they take effect if the element in question is higher than the opponent's earth, and they never occur on a lost clash. Let me read that again. Additional effects like Swift Strike's preemptive damage always occur. Okay. If you win. Alright. The opponent's next attack will use the element of water, because air is strong against water. Let us use Swift Strike again. The redolent essence of the long ear dances on your tongue. It is crippled and stands in the very shadow of destruction. Victory. You gained additional damage and triggered a special effect by using air against water. The long ear is now badly hurt, and its next attack will be of air. It is time to finish this. Breathing fire will bypass most armor, but it costs energy to use. Unlike most simple strikes, it is time. How will you act? Finish him! Burning breath, and what is this one? Doesn't even tell me, it just is currently impossible. Alright, so roast that thing. Hell yeah. Dinner time. Ah, delicious indeed. Future meals will rarely be so easy, however. Be sure to use stalking to observe and get as close as you can. Pursue your prey swiftly and fight wisely. The Great Four, water, air, earth, and fire shall be your guides. Beware, however, the good beasts of field and woodland are not the only beings in this world. Some have strange gifts, and others, such as the no-tails, may use their bizarre minds to break the rules of the dance. You have gained some energy. All right. With the rising of the new sun, a new path of discovery awaits. How will you spend the light? I wish to explore my world in greater detail. This will teach you how to explore and find new things within the world. This is the area you have already explored. This is your lair. You can always find your way back here. This is where you found the tailless slain kin. There is nothing there now, and returning would be pointless, so it is darkened and inert. Still, you will carry the place where it happened in your memory. A colored sigil marks an area in which you can spend a sun hunting if you wish, and indicates what prey you can most easily find there. But beware, too much hunting in one place will drive away the residents. A green sigil indicates a healthy and plentiful hunting ground, while red means that the area is almost empty. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Alright, so it says, with yellow in between. Hunting grounds recover with time, but once completely depleted, they remain fallow and dead. Oh, so they don't repopulate once they're completely depleted. A wise predator hunts in diverse locations, allowing the local good beasts to recover. Otherwise, the prey will leave, and the valley may become a flesh-barren wasteland. It is through the act of exploration that new locations, encounters, and hunting grounds may be found. You may only explore an area which is near another area which you have already explored. Exploring a new area takes all sun, but at least one new point of interest will always be discovered, and often more. Go, and do not be afraid. Encountering new things is a basis of strength. You have uncovered a beautiful meadow. There the grasses grow high, sheltering all manner of good beast. White sigils mark the places where you have found an interesting scent. These unique locations may harbor treasures, special encounters, or unknown dangers. This scent is especially powerful and has a familiar tinge which strongly piques your interest. On another sun, when you are well fed and rested, you should certainly investigate. It may bring will or woe, but so long as you survive, you will grow both within and without. As a new sun rises, you might well feel pleased with your accomplishments. You have explored your surroundings and successfully fulfilled your purpose of destruction. Your core no longer aches, and you can turn to other pursuits. There is one other matter which refuses to leave your mind. When you explored the Wormward Meadow, there was a scent there you could simply not ignore. Could it be some kind of new prey, or perhaps a treasure of some kind? You set out to discover a new truth. Your exploration of the Wormward Meadow and the strange scent takes you into a vast region of rising hills, lightly furrowed with brown heather and scaled with gray boulders. Air dances more freely here than among the trees, and many tiny beings flit to and fro. You have been exploring for less than half a sun when the chirping songs of the beings hidden in the grass suddenly stop and a massive shadow falls over you. Something huge and winged circles above, an adult kin. Suddenly, it all comes clear. The scent you found was the border mark of an elder of your people, and you have been thoughtfully and you have thoughtlessly invaded its territory. Before you can meaningfully react, it is before you, landing surprisingly gracefully and quietly across your path. It is vast and beautiful, like a great nation unto itself, but blue, with accents like the storm gray rocks of the hills. Its scales bear the 100,000 marks of the leveling brutality of kin life, and yet its incense shines healthy and bright from its melted gold eyes, the midnight slit of its purple eyeing you surprisingly calmly. Pupil, I mean. Midnight slit of its pupil eyeing you surprisingly calmly. One of its teeth, you notice, is jet black in your mind. You label this kin Dark Tooth. When it sings to you, you are shocked by the lucidity of color in its thought images, as well as the clear, sharp lines with which it divides its ideas. It is, by far, the loveliest song you have ever heard, more beautiful by far than the voice you heard while still in the chamber. O interloper, small and barely begun, sing to this elder kin of your future. Shall you perish here for your crime of violating this territory of a greater being, or will you live beyond the fall of this sun? Sing a song of defiance. Hold on. Sing a song of defiance, you will live. You sing, for you will defeat the dark-toothed challenger. Sing a song of repentance. Whether you live or die is not yours to choose now, but the choice of the greater being whom you have angered by your unknowing intrusion, or attempt to distract Darktooth and make your escape. I don't think that's going to be wise. Sing a song of repentance. After hearing your song and watching your low-headed dance of submission, Darktooth's tail settles into a less threatening position. Humility is the beginning of wisdom. You may, perhaps, taste the morning sun's rays again. You have gained some air mastery, earth mastery, and water mastery. As you lay there, flattened in submission. I can't read the bottom of this. There we go. As you lay there, flattened in submission, images began to enter your mind, a sequential song of images and concepts, and it dawns on you that you have been instructed, that you are being instructed. Darktooth is teaching you many things. The song of annunciation, in which you declare your presence in another kin's territory and request audience. The song of welcome, the song of challenge, and many other songs which unfold from the first. Dances which communicate more complex emotions and intentions than the ones you already know. Dances of respect, of warning, of curiosity, of uncertainty. Now, barely begun. What is my intent? Stop it. Now, barely begun. What is my intention? Do I intend to destroy you and consume your young, tender flesh? Speak of my hidden mind. Say, great one, you intend to destroy me. I sing a song of pleading. Do not silence the rhythm within me. Great one, you intend to allow me to survive the sun. I sing a song of thanksgiving for your mercy. Or great one, I cannot know your vast mind, and will not presume to do so. Yeah, I don't think it's intending to destroy me. If it wanted to destroy me, it would have already done so. And you notice the tail went into a less threatening position, it said. So it's just wondering what I'm doing here. So I'm going to say this. Great one, you intend to allow me to survive this sun. I sing a song of thanksgiving for your mercy. See what happens. Wisely sung. Had I intended to destroy you, I would have done so. Yeah, exactly. It would have already done it. I would have done so. And your body would already be within me. To instruct you would have been a waste. Instructions is for those who will live to make use of it. You have gained some air mastery. Darktooth extends its long neck towards you, bringing its vast stone blue head so close you can feel the wind of its breath. You cannot help but tremble, but resist the urge to strike or flee. The elder kin flicks its tongue out, tasting the air around you, taking a moment to savor your scent. Its tail curls slowly as it settles back into the heather. Its head is turned to the side, looking away from you, as though it is singing to itself. As one sun sets, another rises. It is now but a spark, tiniest of flames. To survive, it must learn the great contradiction. To every virtue, there is an opposite which must be equally embraced. It must be bold, yet cautious, proud, yet humble, quick, yet slow, fierce, yet gentle. It must learn to spread itself between many truths. The lair it inhabits lies within the land of the tailless ones, the broken custodians. If it would build a land of its own, its destiny lies coldward. It is the Great Green. It may survive in this valley for a short time, but it must leave before 2 moons have passed. If it does not, it shall be destroyed. I sing this to myself, for my own amusement. Payment is not required. The elder's tail thumps once on the ground, gently for one of its size. But you still feel the tremor. As for Darktooth's help against the tailless, impress the elder with your great knowledge of the world. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna do any impressing of this one. Request permission to leave Darktooth's presence or remain silent. Let's ask for its help. Ask for Darktooth's help against the tailless. Darktooth tail thumps again in quiet mirth. Indeed, answer this question. What are the tailless? You attempt to reply with what you know. Shadowy forms wearing too many skins, fighting with things that are not their bodies, slaying even mighty kin with their detached weapons. Darktooth's tail sweeps across the heather to curl against its opposite side. It is a small adjustment for the elder, but had you have been in the path of that mighty limb, it would have knocked you senseless or even destroyed you. A problem cannot be resolved until it is understood. If the newly hatched one attempts to battle the seed of the others now, it will find only destruction. Darktooth rises slowly onto its vast haunches and spreads its hill-covering wings. On a new sun, once again we shall stand on this plain, the newly begun and the elder, and you shall grow stronger. Do not return empty-mouthed. Nothing shall be given for nothing, and something for something. It bounds forward, striding over your submissive form as though it were nothing but a tiny shrub, gathering more momentum, and then, spreading its wings, is borne aloft. It turns a wide circle in the air, flying over you. That which is above is like that which is below. It intones directly into your mind as it soars higher. All beginnings are endings, and all endings beginnings. Remember. It disappears from view over the Wormwood Mountains. You remove yourself from the edge of its territory as swiftly as you can, and wonder whether you will have the courage to return to this place again. You have achieved the 2nd grade of mastery in the earth element. You have learned how to burrow through Earth's body, and enemies which hide underground can no longer something. Okay. A new sun has risen, and the choice of how to spend it is yours. You have only a short time to discover the wonders of this valley, to survive, learn, and grow before the no-tails discover your presence and come for you. From now on, you shall be your own guide. Remember what you have learned. Hunt when you are hungry, rest when injured, and make good use of the body and mind you have to discover the secrets of Heartbone Valley. A few dozen suns if Darktooth is correct, and then you must leave this temporary den for the emerald reaches of the Great Green. that vast unclaimed empire of trees which lies coldward from here. Your destiny is now in your jaws. The world is yours to discover, as it is for all life. So it is, was, and shall be. Alright, so that is it. We are now free. The tutorial is over and the game officially begins. What does this do? Okay, never mind. Okay, I have the bite. Brace. Burrow. Mastery of the earth element allows you to more quickly move into and through the great birther's body, allowing you to pursue good beasts that do the same. Bite, brace, and burrow. Swift strike, flowing strike, burning breath, and power strike. What is power strike? A fire attack used during the dance of destruction. You summon your inner fire. You can attack with a single mighty bite. This deals moderate damage based on your fire mastery. Bonus effect. You completely overwhelm your opponent, dealing major damage based on your fire mastery. That's kind of like your strong attack then, compared to the basic bite. That's my strong attack. Burning Breath, a fire attack used during the Dance of Destruction. You can summon your fiery breath in battle to burn your foes. This attack deals light fire damage to an enemy. Bonus effect. It may also set your foe on fire, dealing extra damage. This costs a small amount of energy. What is Flowing Strike? A water attack used during the Dance of Destruction. A graceful flowing attack that attempts to use your opponent's own fire against them. It deals light damage based on your water mastery. Bonus effect. You channel your opponent's force against them, dealing light damage based on their fire mastery. Okay. So those are my abilities up to this point. A new sun has risen. You have marked it with a claw mark upon the wall of your den. You may leave through the entrance to explore Heartbone Valley or enter the Dream Nook to rest. Let's venture out. So, is this like how much daytime is left, or? You are hungry. Your core sings a growling song of emptiness occasionally to remind you of your duty as a destroyer of all life. So we should probably go and hunt. Let's go to the hunting ground. Would you like to hunt here for this sun? Yes. There are several scents on the air, one familiar to this place, but a few others. Which will you follow? Small fur beast with a predatory scent, or the familiar scent of long ear? Let's do the small fire beast. Or the fur beast, I mean. Your keen senses have revealed the presence of a lesser slide claw here. It makes no sign of acknowledgement. It seems not to know you are here. Its body and yours are nowhere near each other. Okay. Alright, so let's observe. Let's see what it's doing. It makes no sign of acknowledgement. It seems not to know you are here. At the moment, it is far from you. Yeah, no shit. What is it doing, though? Is it just wandering around? Let's draw a little bit closer. Silently draw near. You begin to taste fear, the betrayer, and empower, radiating from it. It is not very far away. If you dashed at it now, it'd be only several heartbeats. So it's suspicious of me, I think. I think we're gonna have to try and strike it. The agile lesser slide claw has escaped. Its mastery of air was greater than yours, and a potential meal has been lost. Great. Well, you couldn't chase after the damn thing? Fine, we'll go for the rabbit. The taste of long ear essence is upon the air. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. It is not yet in clear sight, still far away. Silently draw near. It has paused and is actively scanning its surroundings. While not immediately in front of you, it is not far either. Will you strike now, or... I'm going to observe it. Its scent is still free from the pungent smell of fear or even alertness. While not immediately in front of you, it is not far either. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't have its guard up. So let's try to draw closer. Are you kidding me? The agile long ear has escaped. Its mastery of air was greater than yours. And oh my god, this sucks. Can I do this again? Let's draw closer. All right, let's try and draw even closer. I can't do anything with this damn thing. How am I supposed to hunt if I can't even catch a meal? Wow, that's fucking stupid. New sun has risen. You have marked it with a claw of your den. You may leave through the entrance. Yeah, I want to fucking catch something. Unfortunately, the hunting in this kind of seems to suck. All right, let's go for the tree tail then. Can I catch something? The wind has spoken to your nose and ears, bringing tidings of a tree tail in the area. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. It is not yet in clear sight, still far away. Just draw closer. Makes no sign of acknowledgement. It seems not to know you are here. It is still possible to draw closer to it, but at this range, you can make out its markings. Draw even closer. You begin to taste fear, the betrayer and a power radiating from it. It is so close. The scent of its ensign strokes the fire within your core. Let's let it lower its guard. It is, as of yet, ignorant of you. It is so close, the scent of its essence stokes the fires within your core. Let's strike. Oh my god. What a tease. Looked like that was about to... It looked like it was about to go into it, and right as I clicked it, it's like, nope, you missed it. Now prepare yourself for the dance of destruction. What will you choose? You can flee the battle. This one, I don't even know what this is yet. Flowing strike, or... Let's go with a bite. Wait, what did it say? The tree tail what? Nuts and seeds build pleasantly salty flesh, a tiny but tasty morsel. Alright, well, I killed it anyway. You've gained some energy. Good, finally, I got something. You're a freaking dragon, man. Like, geez, I could hope you could at least kill a fucking squirrel. It's about damn time. Tiny Furby smelling of trees. What is this? You encounter a dark sweet foraging for food, following the way of its people. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. It remains yet just on the edge of your senses, a great distance away. Draw closer. It makes no sign of acknowledgement. It seems not to know you are here. It is still possible to draw closer to it, but at this range you can make out its markings. What are its abilities? Pretty lousy. Okay. Looks like we have an equal amount in the water, though. and the air, but I'm better in earth and um physical fire. Let's draw closer. You begin to taste fear, the betrayer and power radiating from it. It is so close the scent of its essence stokes the fires within your core. Strike! Dark Sweet attempted to run away, but your air mastery gave you a victory in the chase. Begin the true dance of destruction. Indeed, let us dance. Let's dance, bitch! The Dark Sweet cannot escape it, and turns to face you in final combat. Ah, yes. The battle between the leper and the dragon begins. The fiercest of battles. Alright, what will you choose? Just roast this fucker. Oh, wow. The Dark Sweet attacks gracefully and uses your force against you. The Dark Sweet deals moderate damage to you. The air grows richer with fear and despair. Your enemy is now injured, so we deal damage to each other there. This thing is actually... How can you actually deal moderate damage to a dragon? It's a dragon. You're telling me this thing's gonna hurt a dragon? Let's go for a simple bite. If the most precious treasures which rest deep within earth were turned to flesh, that flesh might be compared with the velvety, tender meat of a dark sweet, laced with ruby essence, which smacks of rising moons and summer evenings, freshly remembered. It is almost, but not quite, a treasure. You have gained some energy. What's going on, Dreadclaw? First time I'm playing this game. Small Furbies with a very pungent odor. Let's retire for this sun. I've killed a couple creatures, so I'm pretty happy about that. At least I was able to kill something. But clearly this dragon's still quite weak. It's very pathetic. Having a hard time killing squirrels. A new sun has risen. You have marked it with a claw mark upon the wall of your den. You may leave through the entrance to explore Heartbone Valley or enter the Dream Nook to rest. Yeah, I'm going to rest. Rest and recuperate. My boyfriend is a bastard. Why? What's going on? Alright, so that's another day down. Guess we'll go out and... How am I still hungry? I just ate 2 creatures. This is one of the layers, right? Yeah. So what is this? Would you like to investigate this area? Yeah, isn't that like the logo for the game? Yeah, he's gay, Dark Blizzard. He, without telling me, mind you, sent me 2 cases. 2 cases of what? Diapers? The shallow section of one of the 2 streams which divide Heartbone Valley into its namesake shape is full of stones which have been smoothed and polished over many turnings by water's tender affections. That looks quite pretty. Most are too dull and common to be of any real interest, but a very few of them are quite beautiful. You could spend a sun or 3 here searching for worthy baubles to add to your trove. You will, of course, find fewer and fewer with each new search, as the high-quality stones grow harder and harder to find. Will you spend this sun searching for rare stones among thousand thousand common brethren? Sure, why not? We need some treasure. The task threatens to become tedious, but the occasional rare discovery paired with Water's Trickling's song keeps you interested long enough to find 7 stones worthy of becoming part of your collection. Cool. Perhaps you might return another sun for more, though the bounty will probably be reduced. Sweet, some treasure. Saved me $250, but he's still a bastard? How does that make him a bastard? I mean, if he bought you diapers, 2 cases of diapers, I mean, what did he try? Is he doing that to try to make something up to you? Oh, he's Australian? Alright. I mean, how does that make him a bastard, though? Automatic bastard? Because he's Australian, he's a bastard. Okay. Well, tell him to go to the Outback Steakhouse. Go to the Outback Steakhouse with him in your diapers. Here you go. A new sun has risen. You have marked it with a claw mark upon the wall of your den. Alright, so we still have a couple other locations to explore. We could explore a new territory too if I wanted to. Still in perfect health. I want to explore that other area. This one down here. Oh no, I'm not ready for this yet. So that's where Darktooth is. Okay. I'm not ready for that yet. That's the other layer. So I guess really what I should do now is explore the next area here. Would you like to explore this area? Yes. See what I can find. Following the wormwood bank of one of the river forks, the oily, smoky smell of the tailless is carried on the wind. You are drawing near to one of their hives. It is dangerous land, but a bold Drake might learn something of their mysterious ways or steal food or even treasure from them. I don't think that's such a great idea at the moment. I'm having trouble even killing rabbits. In no way in hell am I ever going to be attempting to kill a human anytime soon. I should probably go out and hunt. Hunt some more. You're very hungry. If you do not silence another living being and consume it soon, yeah, I know. I need to consume some creatures. Let's go hunting. Do you like to hunt here for the sun? Yeah. There are several scents on the air, one familiar to this place, but a few others. Which will you follow? Tiny scale beast smelling of the meadows. The wind has spoken to your nose and ears, bringing tidings of a tail beast in the area. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. Oh, it's a snake. It is not very far away. If you dashed at it now, it would be only several heartbeats. Let's draw nearer. Tailbeast attempted to run away, but your air mastery gave you victory in the chase. Begin the true dance of destruction. Indeed, let us dance. You must now prepare yourself for the dance of destruction. Let's keep a safe distance here, because I don't know if the snake is poisonous or not. Let's do Burning Breath. You deal light damage to the tail beast. The tail beast attacks you. The tail beast deals light damage to you. Redolent essence of the tail beast dances on your tongue. It is crippled and stands in the very shadow of destruction. So it dealt light damage to me, but I crippled it. Let's finish it. Bite him. A small but satisfying meal. You swallow the tail beast whole, feeling its long body settle within you, breaking down into pure essence, becoming yours. You've gained some energy. There's several scents on the air. Oh, there's another snake in here. Small scale beast. So there's a tiny one, familiar scent. There's a small one, a small scale beast. Let's see what the small one is. You encounter a death-bite tail beast foraging for food, following the way of its people. Its scent is still free from the pungent smell of fear or even alertness. It is still possible to draw closer to it, but at this range you can make out its markings. Let's draw nearer. It notices you and readies itself for battle. You can either begin the dance of destruction or give up. So this one's going to be a little bit tougher than the other one, right? So this was probably like a poisonous one, I take it. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to risk it. Ooh. Now let's do it. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. You've cornered the Deathbite Tail Beast, and so begins the dance of destruction. That is an ugly-looking snake. Let's keep our distance and hit it with a burning breath. That worked well on the last snake. Deals serious damage to you. You are battered. Your wounds are now beginning to slow you down. Great. This is not going to end well. Can we bite it? Deals moderate damage to you. Your opponent is battered, and worse for wear, your attacks are having an effect. Your essence shouts crimson. You are now truly injured. I mean, we haven't even tried the flowing strike yet. Let's see how this goes. Bright burning pain sings through you with every heartbeat. You are crippled and near destruction. Your opponent is battered. You deal light damage to the tail beast. It's a fucking snake. How is he this bad at combat? You're a dragon. How are you having this hard of a time? Let's try Power Strike. Fuck it. If I get killed, I get killed. Trying different things, and it's like I'm getting punished for just trying different things almost. You deal light damage to the Deathbite Tail Beast. The Deathbite Tail Beast lashes quickly at you. The Deathbite Tail Beast deals light damage to you. The air grows richer with fear and despair. Your enemy is now injured. It's only injured and I'm crippled. Oh my god. This ain't worth it. You end the dance and flee away. God, this like, he sucks at combat. Like, he's terrible. So I'm not even powerful enough to kill a snake. A dragon can't kill a snake. Like, I expected to take some damage, right? But I didn't expect it to damn near kill me. What the fuck? Well, I have no option. I have to rest. If I don't, I'm probably gonna die. Even though he also needs to eat, so it's like, I'm trying to get a decent amount of substance, and like, I can't. because he's terrible at everything. You're very hungry. If you do not silence another living being and consume it, yeah, well, no shit. What do you think I'm trying to do? How much did that heal me from resting? Your body is injured and pain your unwanted companion. Your abilities are moderately lessened. Rest may be. I just rested. Sucks. You can't do anything right. I'm trying to hunt different things. It's almost wiser to just kill the same two creatures over and over again rather than trying different things. Familiar scent of tree tail. Silently draw nearer. Let's draw nearer again. Clearly it senses something amiss. So near that you could reach out and touch it with your talons. Keep still and observe. Alright, let's just strike at it. Are you... He can't even kill a squirrel! Dude, how are you supposed to play this fucking game? You can't even do anything. You can't kill anything. He sucks. Small fur beast with a very pungent odor. What, a skunk? Yeah. Your keen senses have revealed the presence of a lesser stink strike here. Its scent is still free from the pungent smell of fear or even alertness. Its body and yours are nowhere near each other. Silently draw closer. Since posture, you know that it is not ignorant of the fact that danger may be near. What is it going to do? Spray me to death? At this point, he's so weak, he probably could get sprayed to death. Well, not immediately in front of you. It is not far either. Will you strike now? Let me keep still and observe. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. While not immediately in front of you, is not far either. Let's draw closer. Notices you and readies itself for battle. I don't really have an option. I have to kill something. Your essence shouts crimson. You are now truly injured. Yeah, no shit. What is your will? I don't have much of a will. I need to do something, though. Are you kidding me? How is it this good? It's... Dude. Like, he can't kill anything. And I'm already back to crippled. I think my game might be over. I don't know what else I can do. I can't hunt anything. Like, he's so bad at hunting and killing. I have to retreat. It's gonna kill me. I haven't did any damage to it and I'm already crippled. This is like impossible. I'm trying different things, trying to discover different enemies or creatures or whatever, and it's like I'm even hunting small things, and he can't kill them. This sucks. The hell are you supposed to do? I need energy to explore different areas, so I try to go and hunt things. I get injured, so I have to rest. I rest while I'm hungry. Well, I'm stuck. Like, I don't know what I can do to regain strength at this point. This is just retarded. It's this endless loop of bullshit. Your character's so weak he can't kill anything. What is my state? Can I check? Look at this. Your body is injured and pain your unwanted companion. Your abilities are moderately lessened. You are starving. All else must wait. You must hunt now or be destroyed. So in other words, my game is over. I've been playing for, what, a couple hours? And it's already over. Good fortune shines upon you this day. Nearby you find the silent form of an infant wood strider. It is unclear what destroyed it. It has no wounds upon its tender, juicy body, but its spirit is gone, its rhythm quieted forever. With neither chase nor destruction, nor dance of destruction, you have found yourself a tasty meal. Finally. There is a hidden option? What is the hidden option? If only you had more air or water affinity. Well, fuck it. Consume it. Apparently, rumors of the delectable nature of woodstrider flesh were not exaggerated. It is an excellent meal. There was something slightly different about the taste, but overall it was a wonderful experience. You have gained a lot of energy. So yeah, the game basically was like, okay, yeah, I can see you're fucked. So so that it throws you a bone there. You're well fed and replete. Okay, so that gave me energy now, so now I can rest without getting killed. I don't know if that was the game, like, I don't know if I just got lucky there or if the game knew that I was, like, fucked. And it just gave that to me as a freebie. I don't know. Okay, so I want to rest. Yeah, I mean, it's just, he's so bad at combat. Like, he can't kill anything more than a squirrel, and he has to be in perfect health to do that. Silly me for trying different things, right? It's like I was being punished for just trying, trying out different things. I try to hunt different creatures. Oh no, you can't do that. What is my statistics? Your body is in a battered state. Until you recover, your capabilities will be slightly diminished, so we should rest one more time. Tailless hunters have been following your tracks, so you're not yet near your den, but you must find a new home in the Great Green before you are discovered. We'll rest one more time, and then we'll go out and explore. Your beautiful body has come under attack by countless very tiny beings. What? Entering you as you might enter another kin's territory, they are marauding your inner world, breaking, polluting, and poisoning your essence. They did not even issue a formal challenge before their invasion. The entire affair is outrageously impolite and made all the more frustrating that you are unable to burn them or hunt them. You cannot even use your mind to its regular extent. It is largely preoccupied in fighting the invisible interlopers. You cannot help but remember the questionable flesh you consumed a few suns ago. You cannot be sure, but you have a sinking suspicion that it may be to blame. Great, so that deer that I ate caused me to get worms or some shit. There was a parasite in its body, so now I'm fucked. The game's over. But if I didn't eat it, then I would have died anyway, so... You have little appetite, but perhaps some hunting might help your body rally or exploration to re-stimulate your mind. Your core is telling you to stay in your den and not move, but the no-tails continuously draw closer to discovering you, not to mention the fact that you feel restless and irritable. Darktooth may be able to provide advice, but the trek to its territory will be laborious, and its assistance is of course never free. What will you do? Remain in your den and do nothing for today. Go out as normal. Go and visit Darktooth. Well, maybe he can help me, because I'm fucked. I don't know what else to do. You've lost a little energy. Hauling your embattled body over field, hill, and stream, you finally come to Darktooth's territory. It appears after a short while, though your song of annuition is rather lacking in volume. This one smells disease within a young drake. Darktooth communicates in its usual sharply glowing mind song. After making an appropriate offering, it elucidates countless beings, tiny beyond reception, surrounding us at all times. Most are harmless, but a hostile swarm is attacking your body. Should you survive, you may ultimately learn how to prevent such invasions, but for now, you are subject to their predations. Resting in your lair until your body is victorious is a slow but effective solution. Alternatively, I could accelerate your recovery, though it will cause some damage to your exterior. Thank Darktooth for its wisdom and return to your den, or ask Darktooth to accelerate your recovery. This will hurt quite a bit, but the disease will be gone. Well, I am in a healthy state, right? So I could ask for the accelerate to the recovery, and then I could go out and explore. Because I don't know how much longer until the humans are gonna catch up to me. I'm gonna go with this option. You are slightly alarmed as Darktooth's head bobs. Too late, you realize what is about to happen, and then your body is bathed in a torrent of flame. Though your scales are heat resistant, they do not stand a chance against a fire such as this, and your feathers are alit. Your eyes squeeze shut as you are bathed in screaming heat. Suddenly you are doused, covered in a sticky mucus Darktooth spits onto you to put out the flame. I have burned the interlopers out of you. Rising the temperature of your body helps to drive them away. Rest today, and you will be well tomorrow. Dazed and confused, you return to your den with considerable pain now added to the misery of your illness. But you find Darktooth to be ultimately correct. When the next sun rises, the disease is gone from your body. Bathing in fire may be a drastic solution, but it is effective, at least for a kin. Well, Darktooth just saved my ass right there. Like, he's just a baby dragon. Like, you know, it's like he can't really do shit on his own. It's a challenge just to survive in this. Alright, so let me check the condition of everything. So everything's kind of like moderate right now. Your body's in a battered state. Until you recover, your capabilities will be slightly diminished. You are hungry. Your core sings a growing song of emptiness, occasionally to remind you of your duty as a destroyer of all life. Let me rest one more time so my abilities aren't affected at all, because he's going to need all the help he can get so I can take on the mighty fucking squirrels. So let me go ahead and rest. Your body is in fine condition. Your abilities are unaffected by any wounds. Okay. Finally. Back to a manageable state. At long last. Alright, let me go hunting. Alright, there are several scents in the air, one familiar to this place but a few others. Which will you follow? Small fur beast with a predatory scent, a small fur beast smelling of the meadows. Let's go with the familiar scent of the long ear. You have caught the scent of a long ear on the breeze. Its scent is still free from the pungent smell of fear or even alertness. Silently draw nearer. Oh, great. Okay, so that didn't do shit. Awesome. All right. So I'm done trying to fight these fucking things. Well, let me just see what happens if I just immediately try to strike it. It's probably just going to escape anyway. Let's draw closer one time. It's not aware of me at all. Okay, it has paused and is actively scanning its surroundings. While not immediately in front of you, it is not far either. Let's let it lower its guard. Let's just observe. Its head is raised and alert. Clearly, it senses something amiss. Let's try and strike at it. If not, then I'm done trying to get these damn long ears. They're too nimble. Yep, there he goes. Okay. So fuck that. That's a waste of time. There's nothing I can do about that. It's stupid. What a waste of time. Yeah, I've learned more about them alright. I've learned that they're not worth even bothering with. Because they immediately escape no matter what you choose. So, fuck that. Alright, a small fur beast with a predatory scent. Alright, let's go with a small feather beast smelling of the meadows. Taste of shimmering essence is upon the air. Its scent is still free from the pungent smell of fear or even alertness. At the moment, it is far from you. Let me try and get closer to it. It has paused and is actively scanning its surroundings. It is not very far away. If you dashed at it now, it would be only several heartbeats. Let's observe it. Okay, it's still on alert. How much do you want to bet that if I tried to strike at it, it's going to escape? Place your bets. Shimmering wings away, escaping your grasp. He can't do anything. What a waste of fucking time. This sucks. Is this seriously the whole game is just struggling to survive and eventually the humans are going to come and raid your shit and then it's over anyway? Like, I don't... Like, is this seriously all there is to the game? Because this sucks. I can't consume anything because he can't capture anything. He's terrible. Let's just go for this, because he can't catch anything else. Counter a tree tail foraging for food. Okay, good for you. Let's try to get closer. This is the only thing I can capture, is a squirrel. Well, let's try and strike at it. And now we have to fight a squirrel. Alright, so now it's a trade-off between energy for taking damage. It's just never going to end. Nuts and seeds build pleasantly salty flesh, a tiny but tasty morsel. You've gained some energy. Bizarre mixture of scents dominated by the caustic no-tail smell. Chaotic no-tail smell. So they're in the area right now. Tiny Furby smelling of trees. What is this? Your keen senses have revealed the presence of a dark sweet here. It makes no sign of acknowledgement. It seems not to know you are here. It remains yet just on the edge of your senses, a great distance away. It's ignorant of you, not very far away. Actively scanning its surroundings. It is less than a body's length away from you. Well, here goes nothing. I guess I'm just gonna have to try and strike it. Alright. Let us dance. If the most precious treasure which rests deep within earth were turned to flesh, that flesh might be compared with the velvety, tender meat of a dark sweet, laced with a ruby essence which smacks of rising moons and summer evenings freshly remembered. It is almost, but not quite, a treasure. Gain some energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of here then. I think now we need to go out and explore. Your body's in fine condition. You are hungry, your core, so he's still hungry. Well, unfortunately, I can't really hunt anything that's worth a damn. Let's hunt this area. Explore this area, yes. I need to find a way in order to improve my abilities. Like he's so weak. He can't do anything that's like impressive in the slightest. Here lies the heart of the tailless claim within great Darktooth's territory. In these lands, the great diversity of the wild is outlawed. In fields of over sharp geometry, only one kind of plant grows at a time. The stench of the no-tail hive soaks the air, and most good beasts stay far away in fear of their lives. Neither the tailless nor their slave beasts will welcome you, and only the most bold or reckless of the kin would look for knowledge or wealth here. Do you dare? No, because I'm just going to get killed. So basically, yeah, so basically, these whole lands are just being taken over by the humans. Tailless hunters have been following your tracks. They are not yet near your den, but you must find a new home in the Great Green before you are discovered. Well, what do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to hunt. I'm trying to explore. No tails have been smelled near the river, though it will probably take them at least several more suns to find your den. The Great Green awaits you when you are ready to move on. Your body is pristine and you are in perfect health, but I'm hungry. Okay. Well, let me explore the other area then. What is this area over here? What is this? Is this a village or is this a possible lair? Another den? Would you like to investigate this area? Yes. Aw. You have come dangerously close to the dreaded hive of the no-tails. Few good beasts dwell here besides the races that tailless have enslaved, or those too small for them to notice. Hollow structures built from the remains of murdered trees stand here and there, most stinking of the tailless, oily other smell. One of these edifices, however, is almost devoid of the no-tail scent. Instead, the air here is redolent with the sweet smell of rot, of earth slowly reclaiming things left behind. Cautiously entering the dilapidated den, you discover that it is home to an enclave of lesser slide claws. They laze about on bundles of dead, rotting grass, many of them asleep, though a few are awake and washing themselves, combing their fur with their rough tongues. You have learned more about the way of the lesser slide claws. A sable-furred, golden-eyed slide-claw birther, heavy with young, seems to preside over this half-conscious gathering. When you proud at her mind with your song, she responds, her reply full of slow loops and curls. Okay, this is going to be really hard for me to read because I can't read cursive very well at all. A Drek kitten, hold amusing. She draws her tail, tracing languid symbols in the air. This is a dream, den of the slide claw people. Leave this place before the no-tails follow you here and disturb our dreams. Told your... I don't know what that says. Your loud and tedious destruction. What will you do? So she's asking me to leave this place. Great. Breathe on the dead grass to teach these insolent Furbies a lesson. Ask the Slide Claw Queen a question, or leave the reclusant beast for now. You can always return later. I need another den, though. Let me ask her a question. Your attempts at further communication are met with disdainful yawns and tail flicks. We find little amusement in trading... Come on, it's already hard for me to read this. We find little amusement in trading thoughts with a drake, much less a mere kitten of their fading kind. If you desire the immense privilege of conversation with the slide claws, the perfect people, then you must bring us a token of your esteem. I am not going to murder all these animals. That's just harsh. All right, inquire as to what kind of gift would please them the most. There's a long silence. You are unsure about whether the dark brother is thinking or simply making you wait. Just as you are starting to become certain that it is the latter, she replies, her mind song sharply and unhurried. The sacred joy plant, an offering of this may make you worthy of our attention. You can smell it on that one's breath. Some kind of a plant? A clearly inebriated slide claw giver rolling about on the dead grass and making a rumbling sound deep within its body does indeed reek of a strange herbal scent. Or perhaps an offering of flesh. Bring us the quiet body of one of the sun callers whom the no-tails keep as slaves to announce the dawn. I think it says the dawn. We have smelled their flesh as it is roasted by the tailless. It is savory sweet. Yeah, I had to teach myself how to read cursive. They don't teach you how to read cursive in school anymore. I don't know. Some of you older people might not realize that, but they don't teach cursive in school anymore at all. So I had to teach it to myself. That's why I'm not good at reading it. Search for the so-called sacred plant. It will take a few suns, but is safer. Creep into one of the sun-colored layers near the no-tail hive and destroy one of them. That ain't going to go well. Leave the reclutant beasts for now. You can always return later. Search for the so-called sacred plant. I'm running out of options here. So I guess this is my best option. It takes the better part of 2 suns to do it, but you find a small patch of the sacred joy plant of the side claws growing in the green setwards from the great river. Its scent is unique, though it doesn't send you out of your mind, as it seems to do to the side claws. When you return with it, the presiding side claws ask you to give it over. You can either follow her command or refuse to hand it over until she grants what you seek. Follow her command. The slide claw leader nibbles it, rolls in it, and inhales its scent deeply. It is unclear why, but her essence seems to burn brighter, though her mind is clearly affected. Her song begins to devolve into semi-random images, punctuated by giggling squeakles and memoirs of past dances painted in sun-bright colors. Your attempt to hold the slide claw to her bargaining and begin a conversation, but it soon became clear that she is in no state to reply, nor will others of their kind deign to communicate with you. Enough is enough to show them why the Drake are feared by all and destroy their den, or leave and return the following sun. All right, let's leave and return the following day, and if they don't let me in, then I think I'm going to have to do what must be done. Not that I want to do that. I'm giving them a chance. But if they don't live up to their bargain, I will kill them. Got to do what you got to do. Okay, are they going to live up to their side of the bargain? That's the question. One sun later, you find the Slide Claw Queen has regained her mind. The Drake kitten has brought an amusement. She allows condescendingly. We shall dine to instruct it for a short time. What shall you ask the Slide Claws? All right. Ask after the Slide Claw people. Who are they? Ask them to sing of the No Tails. Is it true that the Slide Claws have become their slaves? Ask about this place, their dream den. All right. Let's ask about this place. In these places, the perfect people gather to share tales of what has transpired in the dreaming, the land hidden within the darkness of sleep. Oh man, I really wish it wasn't so much cursive here. Every time they talk, it's got to be all in this purple font cursive writing. Like, oh my god, this is a pain in the ass for me to read this. Every kitten is taught the fine art of entering the dreaming with mind awake instead of being carried on the tides of sleep. We take control of our dreams, forging bright paths and hunting never-born prey, drinking in sights, sounds, and smells which never were in this world and never shall be, engaging in dances of creation with males of undescribable beauty, and these are but the least of the wonders of the worlds within our minds. Such amusement. What shall you ask the Slide Claws? Ask if they will teach you how to enter the dreaming. The Slide Claw Queen thumps her tail against her throne of dead grass mirthfully. It amuses us greatly that one of the mighty kin would ask a lesser slideclaw for instructions. Often have we heard of the scaled and feathered pride of your and feathered pride of your people. It would give us immense pleasure to have a drake bow down before us and beg for our help. Do so, and we shall instruct you. Are you serious? Really? They want a dragon to bow down before a cat. I just want you to let that sink in. After I've been helping them, I ask a couple simple questions, and this is how they repay me. I've had about enough of this shit. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted right now to just burn this fucking den. Then again, literally just a few days ago, I couldn't even kill a snake. So, uh, I don't know, man, because this, I mean, I could easily just singe this whole place. I mean, it's dead grass all over the place. This would burn brightly. So I could easily kill them right now if I really wanted to. Uh, I might have to humble myself here because I'm running out of options. I'm at the beginning of the game and I'm already fucked. Like I don't know what, like there's not much else I can do. I'm like struggling to survive here. A few of the side claws tense their bodies subtly, flicking an ear or glancing at possible exits, as though concerned that their leader has perhaps gone too far in demanding the direct submission of a true kin to another good beast. Refuse and leave. This has gone too far. Teach her a fiery lesson of your own, or bow down before the fur beast and humbly beg for her to teach you. Yeah, so even they're like, wow, you went too far with this. You know what? Fuck this bitch. This has gone too far. Teach her a fiery lesson of your own. An ancient rage boils within you as you hear the impertinent fur beast demand that you bow down to her. Your people have been the greatest of the children of heaven and earth since long before her kind even knew life. She is now openly mocking everything you are. Yeah, after I helped her. Bobbing your head, you belch the fire seed up from your core and breathe it out on the yellowed grass corpses. The slide claws are suddenly attentive and wide-eyed, quickly escaping through various narrow exits. Yeah, you fucked up here. Fuck you. The queen, her tail lashing back and forth in annoyance, looks down at you coldly as the flames grow. We are we are not amused, she sings and leaps away to safety. The dead trees of which this place is composed have now caught the flame, and over the crackles and the building roar, you feel the 1-2 stomp of approaching no-tails in the ground, many of them. You make your escape before they arrive, satisfied that you have proven your superiority to the arrogant slide claws. You've gained a large amount of fire mastery. And then I couldn't read that last sentence there. I don't know what it said. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go down that low. Like I wasn't about to give up my dignity. Like if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang. Like, no, I'm not gonna bow down to you. You're a fucking cat. Fuck you. After I fucking helped you too. Fucking bitch. Alright, so where does that leave me? Very hungry. Yeah, so I need to go out and hunt. Yeah, that pissed me off. It said that my fire mastery grew greatly. At least now I'm a little better in battle. Like to investigate this area? Yes. Here, the Tailless have built a den, a kind of den for their sun color slaves. Finding them was not difficult. You only had to follow the unique cry of their giver as the new sun's light broke over the valley. Sun colors are deeply religious, and even in captivity, they keep their tradition of sunrise canticles to the great giver above. They smell delicious. It is said that sun's blessing upon their essence make them a clean and yet succulent meal. Defeating one should not be too difficult, but beware, the no-tails are unlikely to take kindly to your predation upon their flesh property. Hunt a suncaller? Yes. The wind has spoken to your nose and ears, bringing tidings of a suncaller in the area. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. A great distance still remains too close before you are near to it. The scent is still free from the pungent smell of fear. Let's strike. Let's strike it. Let me see its statistics. Oh shit. It's pretty good. But isn't it trapped? Isn't it supposed to be like trapped in their little den? Notices you and readies itself for battle. Alright, let's do it. Dragon versus a rooster. These battles are just ridiculous. Just because of what I'm going up against. Like, dude, it's a freaking dragon. You're a rooster. It's already over. Let's do a power strike on it. Deal moderate damage to the Suncaller. The Suncaller attacks you. The Suncaller deals light damage to you. Your opponent is battered and worse for wear. Your attacks are having an effect. Let's bite it. The Suncaller attacks with a mighty blow. The Suncaller deals light damage to you. Your enemy is now injured. I dealt moderate damage to it. Let me get me some fried chicken going here. And it's over. Its surface feathers were caked with filth, but the meat was surprisingly hale. You've gained some energy. You like to hunt another Suncaller? Tempting. I think I'll go for one more. But then I'm going to get the hell out of here. I don't want the no-tails to show up. Okay. Let's strike. Here we go. You've cornered the Suncaller, and so begins the dance of destruction. Power strike. Your opponent is battered. Let's go for a bite. Enemy is now injured. Let's try a flowing strike. The redolent essence of the Suncaller dances on your tongue. It is crippled and stands in the very shadow of destruction. But I'm battered. finish it. Surface feathers were caked with filth, but the meat was surprisingly hale. Gain some more energy. Okay. Would you like to hunt another sun color? No. I'm gonna retire. I'm running out of time. The long, clawless paw prints of the no-tails have appeared dangerously near your den, and their scent is now in the air when you awaken each new sun. If you wait very much longer, you are likely to be discovered. You should head towards the entrance to the Great Green. Where exactly would that be? The no-tails have drawn very close to your den. Your time in Heartbone Valley draws to a close. Flee to the Great Green soon, or risk losing all. Okay, so I rested and I'm back to a fine condition. Okay. Well, there's only 2 areas left to discover here. Yeah. Let me see what this area is about. Traveling riseward from the conflicts reveals steep slopes and high hills. Rugged terrain such as this is not easy on the legs, but treasure is mountains hatchling, is a common saying among the Drakekin. Might the rocky outcroppings hide precious shinestone, or perhaps something even more valuable? Oh, here's another area up here. All right, let's hunt in this area. I'd like to explore this area, yes. You have reached the end of one of the 2 river forks, which gives Heartbone Valley its name. Somewhere in this area lies the entrance to the deep forest, the Great Green, to which you must escape before the no-tails find you. Do not tempt fate, but do not be too eager to leave. Once you do, you may not return, and the opportunities for new knowledge and treasure are many, both here and elsewhere in the valley. Yeah, but I don't have any more time. So I gotta go. I have no choice. Let me check my statistics. All right, I'm still in okay shape. So let's head out. Would you like to investigate this area? Yes. It's the entrance to the next area. You have come to a sacred place. Any good beast could sense it. A verdant gateway, redolent with laurel, mint, and sweet decay. A being more powerful than even the kin has claimed this place and what lies beyond. This is the entrance to the Great Green. The Great Green, the forest primeval where your people have hunted since the first kin emerged from its chamber. It is infinite in its beauty and its danger, changing as the turnings pass. Though its denizens of long ago are mostly gone, the spirit of the Great Green remains, forever in its perfect state of constant transformation. This is the end of Heartbone Valley, where great Darktooth lays claim to the land, and the No-Tails build their inscrutable objects. No-Tails have sullied this place beyond with its otherish presence. Once you cross this threshold and take it for your own, it shall be your true home. your domain, and you may never return to Heartbone Valley unless it be by Darktooth's permission, or to challenge him, a feat of which you will surely be incapable for centuries. The trees sway gently, and in them you can almost see hidden shapes, visions of what may be, how you might build your life in the wild. Has the time come at last? Will you gather up your treasure and leave Heartbone Valley, behind to begin the next verse in the song of your life? Yes, I am ready. Deep in your core, you sense that this is the boundary of your infancy. If you continue on, there will be no returning. Are you truly certain that it is time for you to leave Heartbone Valley, the place of your hatching, behind? I am. It's time to go. You return to your den and swallow up your treasures. You know that they are mere trinkets compared to the wonders that await discovery in your true home to be, but they represent the trials, the precious failures and successes from which you first learned, and you will regurgitate them when you have found your lair within the great green. Pausing, you take one last look at the tiny den, already too small, which was your first home outside the chamber. It will become a haven for other good beasts, and you begrudge them not. You have made up your mind, and this land is no longer your home. That's right, we're moving on up in the world. We're going to be hunting snakes and finally managing to kill them for once, maybe. We're moving on up in the world from hunting squirrels to hunting snakes. Yes. As you return to the boundary and take a single step across, your feathers rise instinctively. The spirit of the great green is watching you, judging you. And it is not alone in doing so. Oh shit. A coppery mass lunges at you from behind a nearby tree. You narrowly avoid being hit by a raking talon. Your attacker is a true kin, and a hatchling as you are. From its scent, it is obviously fruit of the same creator. One of your rear legs is wrapped, withered, and inward turned by some cruel trick of the one song. You decide to call this young kin Twist. It draws itself into as much of the traditional posture of challenge as it can and hisses at you. Invader. Defiler. Turn back. The heart of the great green is mine. I alone am worthy to inherit the prey-ripe realm of my creator, the land for which it suffered, for which it was destroyed. My justice shall descend upon all who enter as surely and exuberantly as the fall of night. Begone, or feel my wrath. Apparently, Twist has claimed the Great Green, and quite recently at that. It has not properly scent-marked the border, nor does its essence yet creep through the soil or sing through the wind, as it does when the land recognizes a new monarch. What will you do? Mock its deformity, jeez. Express pity at its deformity. Challenge to... Oh yeah, we can't even kill a fucking snake. Let's challenge a fucking dragon. That sounds like a great idea. Lead the Great Green and search for another territory. Challenge Twist. Offer to exchange treasure. I don't think he's gonna take my fucking pebbles as treasure. Inform Twist that you were its sibling and closest kin. Obviously, I am not nose-blind. We are indeed kin within kin, but what of that? Our Creator scattered many small life fires about, many chambers. Some lay fallow, the seed of life incomplete within. I found one such and consumed it. Others escaped the chamber, but were destroyed by weakness of body or mind or essence. They were failures. So it is with many in this deadly yet impartial reality. But I forged a glowing greed in my core, a blue-hot desire to overcome, to gather all to myself. And I endured, and so have you, kin of my kin. This sun we shall discover which of us shall inherit the territory for which our mighty creator gave its life. What will you do? Ask about Twist and the territory it claims. I am the flame of the flame, the one who overcomes. Though still in my infancy, I am feared by every long ear and tree tile in the place of my beginning. My greatness is such that the one song has seen fit to place a challenge in my flesh, a recognition of my exceptional nature. Had my form been perfect, I would surely claim all Earth for myself. But for now, the heart of the great green will suffice. The Veridan air is redolent with prey scent, and a power slumbers here nearly equal to my own. It shall serve me well. Be gone, or be crushed beneath the weight of my inceptionate glory. Fuck. Well, I've got one last attempt. I guess we can offer it some pebbles, some fruity pebbles, and see if it takes that as a kindness. Can it be? Can it be that in so short a time a hatchling could gather so much treasure as to cause another to turn away from its own land, even newly claimed to possess it? You show Twist the treasures you have found in Heartbone Valley. You insult me with such a paltry offering. Keep your meager almost nothing. This land is mine. There's only one last option I really have. Challenge him. If I die, that's it. I had a good run. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be. Fuck it. I don't have any other option. Let it be so. I will show you the strength of mine, which has overcome my every obstacle. There can be no hatchling among the kin who is more clever than I. As challenged, it is my right to set the terms. If you can answer 2 riddles, one after the other, I shall withdraw forever. Savor that fantasy while you can. You will not be victorious. Let the mind challenge begin. My fur and feathers are green, though my essence flows. Hang on. We actually have to type in an answer here. I thought we were going to be going into a battle, not solving a riddle. It says, my fur and feathers are green, though my essence flows not red. Your beginning was within me, and so shall be your end. What am I? An idiot? Alright, so this is the part of the game where I just look up the answer because I really don't feel like dying here. And the game being over in just 3 hours. So I guess I'm gonna look up what the answer would be. Let's look up Golden Treasure, the Great Green, Twist riddles. Let's see what comes up. Well, there's a Steam community page here. Twist randomly selected from fire, water, earth, air, or breath. So wait a minute. Can I select this? Can I scroll up? There we go. fur and feathers are green, though my essence flows not red. Your beginning was within me, and so shall be your end. I don't get it. What it says random there it says there's he said there was two riddles, right? But it says this can be randomly selected. Here's a video of it. Well, man, this is 30 minutes. Holy shit. Where's the one for twist? Here's another video. A fight with a twist. Okay. I think I'm going to get somewhere with this one. Okay, so here it is. I'm curious what he's even going to do here. Does he already know the answer? I'm watching this video on mute because I'm curious what's going to happen here. What's he going to do? Grass. He typed in grass. Nope. He says you lost your territory and became a homeless wanderer. Wow. Whoops. Wow. Damn, so what the fuck is the answer then? Hey, what's going on, Dreadclaw? Damn, I don't want to lose my ability to go into the Great Green, but I don't know what the answer to this riddle is actually going to be. Have you played this before, Dreadclaw? Do you know? Ugh. It doesn't help that I'm on my old phone right now and this thing is pretty slow. Treasure the Great Green Riddles. Looking into it. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to find it. We might be here for a while. I'm surprised there isn't like more information about this. There's no easy guide for this. Yeah, let me know if you find it because I don't want to. I mean, it's not even a pre-selected answer. You have to actually type it in. This could be anything. My fur and feathers are green, though my essence flows not red. Your beginning was within me, and so shall be your end. What am I? The guy I was watching typed in grass, and that was wrong. How the hell are you supposed to correctly guess this? What happens if you click on him? Nothing. You can't even click on him. Well, damn, I'm stumped. I can't even find a guide on it. I want to see what happens if you get it right. Oh shit. Apparently there's a sequel to this game in the making. A sequel in the works, plus brand new modding tools and a profile system for the Great Green. Over 10,000 people have now enjoyed Golden Treasure the Great Green, our first story about coming of age as a dragon on ancient Earth. His name is Twist. You decide to call this youngkin Twist. Yeah, his name's Twist. Type in Earth. Earth, possibly. I mean, that's his best guess as any. My fur and feathers are green, though my essence flows not red. Your beginning was within me, and so shall be your end. All right, let's go with it. Earth. That was correct. Now here's the second riddle. He said there's two riddles, so this is the second one. Give me food and I shall thrive. Give me water and I shall die. What am I? Life? Wait a minute. Well, give me food and I shall thrive, but give me water and I shall die. Uh, Fire? Yeah, that's sounds like fire. I was gonna say like it sounds like almost like maybe he's talking about like a parasite or something, but yeah, fire makes sense. Fire. That was it. So it was relating to the elements. The riddles were about the elements. You are victorious. Yes, thank you, Dreadclaw. Where did you find it at anyway? Because I couldn't find like a good guide for it. Well, either way, I'm happy that I actually got through that. Cool. I did not want to fail that. Struggling so hard just to get through the damn prologue of this game. Not easy. Steam community, okay. I was looking around, I couldn't really find like a definitive guide for it. Your superiority proven, Twist is forced to slither away in search of a new home. With so little land unclaimed in this world and weighed down by both youth and deformity, its chances are slim. But such is the way, the good way of the Drakekin. The strong the strong survive and the weak perish. Nothing now stands in your way. It is time to cross the threshold. With essence ablaze, you enter this realm, this place of magic, this setting for the grand adventure which will be your life. The great green shall belong to you, and you shall belong to it. So it is, sung by the music in your heart. Well, thank you, Dreadclaw. Thank you for helping me with that. I did not want to lose my chance of getting into the Great Green. Following custom, you journey for 5 full suns after leaving Heartbone Valley. Your new home must not be too close to Draketooth. You will need a good and wide hunting ground, and the Elder's powers should not be slighted. You are gloriously alone. There is no trace of the No-Tails here, nor has there ever been. Their kind has never married the heart of the Great Green, the wild forest primeval. This turning of earth draws to a close. A colder wind ruffles your feathers. The trees are shedding, their scales falling around you in a golden tribute. A bone-deep fatigue sets in. Your first great sleep looms. You must find a lair to claim and a place to lay your body and your treasure. One crisp sun, you see it, a high swell of earth's flesh, a place of sight and safety. It is high enough to survey the lands around it with impunity, yet low enough to allow easy access for a young kin such as yourself who cannot yet tread the air. Near the top of the great hill, you find a source of blessed water, murmuring down the stones into a small pool. The earth beside it has been hollowed out by some good beast in times now gone. It will take time, but you may be able to expand it into a proper lair. Your weary paws are unwilling to move from this place, and you drink deeply from the cool, clear water before going to sleep inside the shelter, hoping for a sign that this hilltop refuge is meant to become yours. As you sleep, you dream. Something is touching you lightly, so lightly that it is only a touch of soul, but you smell its mighty essence around you, over you. It is greater than the greatest kin, and yet less than the least, devoid of a body, and yet it holds your entire being within itself. It cradles you in a wordless song, which is the wind in the grass and the flowing waters. The trees sing prayers to it in reverent creaks and rustles. It remains with you for a time, and then silently withdraws, your innermost being reaching after it as it passes from you. When you awaken, you know in your core that the soul of this land, the spirit wood, heart of the great green, has accepted your presence here. Your essence and mind are in agreement. This land shall be yours. All that remains is to announce your claim to the other kin and hope that they do not challenge it. After scent marking the surrounding regions, you lift up your forepaws from the ground and spread your wings. Reaching out with voice and mind, you sing the traditional song of claiming. Here I stand under sun's gaze, my claws firmly rooted in the land. In the name of air, fire, water, and earth, I take this land unto myself. Its flesh is my flesh, and its essence my essence. All good beasts here I claim as my prey, source of my life. All treasures here I name unto myself. So it is sung, and so may it be. Only the wind answers, and as the sun fades with no challenges nor replies from any other kin, this land is now yours by right, and not a moment too soon. Your first great sleep is nearly upon you. You dig out a smaller chamber within the cave opening atop the hill and lay your body down within it. Your mind is slowing. Sliding downwards into a warm void, with the last of your strength, you seal over the chamber, and the darkness swallows you. That sounds pretty good right about now. I'm actually kind of tired, so I'm actually going to wrap this up pretty soon. As soon as it gets into the main, like, chamber screen here. Part 2. For the structure that we raise, time is with materials filled. Our todays and yesterdays are the blocks with which we build. Thus alone can we attain to those turrets where the eye sees the world as one vast plain and one boundless reach of sky. There are no measures within the great sleep. You have become unacquainted with time. After a beyond long absence, your mind begins to drip back into your body. A drop per moon, per sun, per turning, you cannot be sure. Eventually, you can feel your flanks moving with each slow breath, your limbs, your scales, your feathers. When you at last feel your eyes again, you open them to the darkness briefly. You see nothing, but it is still a minor victory. Suns later, you guess, you are able to drag your claws against the packed wall of dirt sealing you in. You are so weak that you fear you may die here. At last, however, you see signs of light. You are desperately thirsty, and so hungry that you cannot even feel your core. But you have survived your first great sleep. You widen the gap and squeeze your body out through it, surprised at the difficulty. The reason soon becomes clear. You have shed the short limbs and coppery armor of infancy for more colorful coverings and a larger, sleeker frame. It is almost like having a brand new body. You have left your old life in Heartbone Valley behind completely. The Great Four have put their mark upon you as well. Your armor and feathers have taken on the colors of the elements which you have favored. Already you are unique, different from all other Drake. The sight of your current self fills you with pride. Quite a long time must have passed, but you have endured. The warming earth below your paws, the air flowing over the hilltop, and even the water which you now drink all taste of adventure. Your world has grown larger. This land, the Spirit Wood, is greater than Heartbone Valley. As you explore and claim its treasures, you will be tested in new ways. With each success and failure, you will learn and grow. You will be able to take on greater challenges. Prey here is more diverse and also more dangerous. Tiny creatures can no longer sustain you. Well, they didn't really sustain me to begin with, but alright, I can imagine they would do even less for me now. Tiny creatures can no longer sustain you. Tree tails and long ears are too small to fuel this new body. You must seek larger prey. In time, you will also have to deal with other Drakekin. Challengers may attempt to take your lands from you at any time, and the nearby territories have masters of their own. You are still too young to challenge them for their lands, should you desire them, but not too young to learn their ways and truths. Setward from your lair, you can barely make out the great tree where rest the spirits of the great green. It has accepted your presence, but if you wish to deepen your relationship with it, you must find your way to its home. The no-tails have no presence in the first forest. Your time here is limited only by your own growth and your ability to protect against those kin who would take it from you. Your infancy is over, and your adolescence has begun. Explore, grow strong, and find treasure. It is only by learning that you will gather the power necessary to become great. A new sun has risen. Your song of life continues. You are very hungry. If you do not silence another living being and consume it soon. Let me check the statistics here. You are in the spring of your youth. The great green is yours. Explore, discover, and grow. Your body is pristine. You are in perfect health. You are very hungry. Okay. Well, this is a good place to leave off, I think. So let me see here. So I can just exit here. Here's my little treasure stack here. Exit my den. So I guess you like age over time, right? And it kind of tells you like where you're at. It says I'm in the spring of my youth. This is green. I'm guessing over time it's like you're gonna age and then, you know, eventually you just die. I'm assuming that's kind of how this is gonna go. You just have to do as much as you can in your life. That's pretty much how life is and always has been and always will be. You know, you're born, you learn and do a bunch of shit and then you die. So, all right, well, interesting game. The combat was frustrating as all hell for a bit there. Currently have 2. I only have 2 things to treasure. I thought I had 7. Said I had 7. I don't know what happened to my other 5. Anyway, so it's going to save automatically, right? It said it was going to save. It says do not be afraid. It saves automatically or something. Just making sure. So where's the options menu? Does it even have one? Ah, here we go. Okay, here's how you quit out. This game was last saved 2 minutes ago. Okay. All right, well, that being said, very interesting game so far. The combat system was kind of frustrating, but I can imagine part of that's because, you know, I don't really have a mouse here. I've just got this little trackpad to work with on my laptop. Kind of wish it had controller support. Unfortunately, it does not. But yeah, I can imagine as my character grows and, you know, increases their abilities, I'm actually going to be able to like be competent in battle and sneaking around and actually killing and sustaining myself. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the progress continues here as I struggle to even make it to part 2. Kind of just surviving by the skin of my teeth there. But that being said, interesting game. So far, I am enjoying it for the most part. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, so I'm going to have a great sleep of my own. That being said, you guys take care. Have a great night. Catch you later.